Hello again everybody, and welcome back to a 1/18 scale model car review. Now today we have the Aston Martin DB5, which is a member of the Millennium series, series which Autoart make. This isn't quite the top series, that would be the signature series, such as models like the E-Type Jaguar and so on. But anyway, that's not this review. This review is of the DB5, obviously. And before we get into the review, I'll just give you a bit of background information about the car. So the car was produced between 1963 and 1965, with 1,023 units produced. The car itself had a 4-litre straight-six engine, which outputted 282 brake horsepower. This allowed the car to have a top speed of 143 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 time of around 8 seconds. So, getting on with the review, you can see it's a very nice looking car, a very iconic car from the 60s, along with the E-Type obviously. Now the two were almost head to head, you could say they were head to head, as this was more of a sort of tourer, whereas the E-Type was more of a sports car. But anyway, you can see the very nice detailing on the front of the car. It's a very striking car, especially with all these the curves. The grille is very nice, photo etched. Number plate with Aston Martin DB5. The lights, central intake, and trying to get a close up on the photo etched logo. It's a very small logo. Don't know if you'll be able to see it. I'll try zooming in. You can just about see it, but it's very hard to focus on. There's also writing on the side of the bonnet. That says Superleggera. Very nice lights. The chrome bumper is very nice as well. My one luckily isn't loose. On the side, the wheels have the individual spokes. They don't spin too freely. Bit of friction in the axle. That's not too bad. You can see very nice detailing. You might be able to see the brake discs in there and the tread on the tyre. Oh, very nice. Now, opening up the bonnet, I'll be using a tool that Autoart make. This doesn't come with the model. It comes with their signature line models, I believe. But opening up the bonnet, inside, whoops. Quite hard bonnet to open. It doesn't tend to stay open on its own. There's no there is a secondary hinge, beg my pardon. If you lift up this bit, if you can see it there, it's a tiny little support that opens up, and you can keep the bonnet open. Just to get a nicer view of the straight six. Very nice detailing. It is all plastic, I believe. I don't think there's any metal parts inside, but that doesn't matter too much. Nice detailing. That just shuts like that. On the front, you can see the windscreen wipers. That one's a little bit. There we go. It's a bit better. Yeah, they can move around sometimes. They're not like truly fixed in position. I don't think they use glue. I think they're just friction fitted, but that's not too bad. On the side, there's a DB5 logo. I'll get the camera to focus. There you go. See DB5 there. That's on the other side as well, and there's just an air outlet. The door handles, they're chrome again. Opening up the door, there's fixed glass in place. It's quite a thick panel of plastic. That's not too bad. The inside of the door, you can see the wind-up windows, and it is a carpeted floor. It's going to be quite hard to show. Actually, no, it's not too bad. I'll open up the other door as well, allow some light in. There you can see the glove box, the footwells. It's very nice detailing inside, and of course this was a very luxurious car of the 60s, so nowadays everything looks outdated obviously, but back then it was you know, it was top notch. Spin it round, you can see the wooden steering wheel there in the centre. It's a massive steering wheel. I don't think it's not actual wood, it's plastic, but it does turn with the wheels, as you can see. And down there you can see the pedals. Not too well, but get some light to shine in there. The gear lever in the middle. Overall, it's a very nice interior, I think. For the price, which I forgot to mention earlier on, I believe this is, or was, about, I think it was about £120, 115, around about there. For the price, and not being a top ranged model, it's very nice interior, I must say. But moving on to the back anyway, here you can see the rear window. And the boot, DB5 photo etched. Very nice. There's the boot release, but it doesn't actually work. You have to lift up the boot, and this is carpeted. It's a reasonably good sized boot, just standard hinges on there, and the tail lights. Very nice as well. I really do like the shape of this car. It's got a very unique look to it. Obviously, it looks very similar to the DB6, quite similar to the DB4, but yeah, they never really changed drastically in terms of the shape in that era for Aston Martin, but it's still a very nice looking car. And you can see the exhausts, which are chrome tipped, and underneath you can see the spare wheel and the exhaust. It does have suspension, I think. Yeah, I believe it's just a standard plastic suspension, so it does creak a bit, and don't want to use it too much, otherwise it might break. But it isn't overly, it doesn't have that much flex in it. But yeah, that's about it for the model. There's not overly much to say about it. Do I recommend it? Yes. If you have this and the E-Type, they make a very nice set. If you could only get one, I'd probably say get the E-Type, because it does have that a little bit more detail over this. But again, they're both very good models, and this isn't one of the Millennium models, so it isn't quite as detailed as the E-Type, which is a signature model, but that's not to worry about. But yeah, overall it's a very good model. Give you one last 360. Nice profile. So yeah, that wraps it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like the video, comment and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed.